So in Chopping Mall, there are a bunch of robots who are created to like protect a mall at night as security. And during the presentation, somebody says, absolutely nothing can go wrong, which means a whole lot of shit's gonna go wrong. And of course, lightning strikes, and it somehow just like fucks up the entire system, and it like makes them go crazy. The first kill, right off the bat, you got one of like the techs, I'm assuming. He's just sitting in the office, or the control room, looking at a centerfold, completely naked chick. And then all of a sudden, one of the robots just sticks his hand, or its arm, claw, whatever, through the centerfold, grabs the guy's throat, and like rips it out. And honestly, one of the best things about the robots, I think, is every single time they kill someone, or hurt someone, because sometimes they just hurt someone, they don't die right away. They go, thank you, have a nice day. It's funny as hell. The legendary Dick Miller, who, well-known character actor, he's been in horror, he's been in comedy, he's been in a lot of things, a lot of small parts, but always very memorable. Here, he's the second kill, he is electrocuted, and that's the first time we hear the thank you, have a nice day, and it's like, this is amazing. So, the robots go on a rampage, because a bunch of employees, they stay after work to have a little party. And, of course, in typical 80s fashion, there's nudity everywhere, and there's sex, and as soon as you have sex, you're dead. It's basically 80s horror gospel. If you have sex, you're dead. And one of the best lines of dialogue, it's like a little conversation, is a guy says to one of the women, you smell like pepperoni. She gets up, he's like, well, if you feel that way. He goes, wait a minute. She goes, what? And his exact quote, I like pepperoni. It's fucking stupid. It's so stupid, but it like fits the overall like vibe of the movie. Now back to the robots. They shoot lasers out of like okay, they have lasers. That's weird. In the video presentation, the mall is shown is like they're shooting like stun things, like stun fucking like darts or whatever. But they're shooting lasers and they're hitting this woman in the ass and it's doing absolutely nothing. But then all of a sudden, boom! It explodes her head. So I'm sitting there, obviously laughing my ass off, but I'm also just like, I'm thinking, it's like, is her ass stronger than her head? Or like, do they have two sets of lasers? Because it's not established. Oh, and also back to the whole, stun, pacify. That's what they're designed to do, is to stun and pacify. But yet, for some reason, they have lasers that can blow up your head, and they have plastic explosives. It's like, holy fuck. There is also a lot of stupidity in this movie. Like, one of the women, to get into one of the stores to hide, she headbutts a glass door. And it shatters, and she's perfectly fine. Absolutely fine. And at one point, one of the robots, it shoots a laser at a gas can. Full of gas, of course. It explodes, which catches the woman on fire. But then, in the next shot, the gas can is sitting there intact. It's like, that is a huge continuity error. How do you not notice that? And in the perfect example that the 80s was, what a time to be alive. They go to the sporting goods store and they grab shotguns, they grab revolvers, they grab assault rifles that they just took out of a mall store. Sure as hell can't do that today. The highlight in terms of the actors is probably Kelly Maroney's Allison. I think she really comes out in front as the best actor of the bunch. But overall, while it's not bad acting, it's just really, really, really corny dialogue. It's got decent effects for 1986, which, I mean, it doesn't really say too much because there are movies from around that time that have better effects. Like the Ghostbusters, which came out in 84, it's got better effects. But obviously, that was most likely more of a big budget movie compared to Chopping Mall. But still, compared to the time and probably minuscule budget, they weren't terrible. And ultimately, Chopping Mall, while it's not really a good movie, it's dumb fun. It's the perfect kind of movie where you just shut your brain off and just enjoy the ridiculousness of it all. I give Chopping Mall 2 shits. Did you enjoy the review? Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to see a new Craptacular Horror review every week. Feel free to leave a comment to discuss your thoughts on the movie, or if you have a film you'd like to see reviewed in the future. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.